jewelry store and tell her make me a grill. Had a whole top diamond in the bottom, rose gold. Yeah.
Going here in just a minute, I promise. Interesting day. Market's going nuts. Yo, Doberman, what's up, brother? Welcome back. Look at the lighter.
Rob the jewelry store and tell her make me a grill.
What a classic. What a classic. Great remix. Good amazing. Great remix. Great remix. We're gonna go in here in just a minute, man. Bitcoin absolutely cranking. Bro, I combined like 3 of your indicators. Easiest money I've ever made in my life. Yo, Brooke, I love to hear that, brother. Great. That's awesome. Got a lot to go over. Dude, gap divergence is the thing. Greatest thing ever, gap divergence, man. The greatest trading tool, trading strategy you will ever need. Unreal. I posted a whole post on that within the LuxAlgo Discord, so we'll be going over that a little bit more. But, man, if crypto ain't ripping, baby, if crypto ain't ripping, might as well pause that there. If crypto ain't ripping, I don't know what is. Man, oh man, we are absolutely killing it right now. Bitcoin cranking up to what, high almost 68. We had a Solana run to the high 50s again. Bitcoin today, coming off that high though, 68 was the high. 68,400 almost. Lots to talk about in the crypto world. We'll go over a little bit on gold and stuff as well for those fiends out there that love their gold. They just love their gold. They just have to have it. We will go over that as well. But welcome back to the LuxAlgo live stream. My name is Jacob. It's good to see you guys. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Things have been a little, all over the place. I'll make sure the music down. My baby is about 3 months old now. She's getting better at allowing us to do things. She hates the car and doesn't want to be put down. She's supposed to be held 24/7. So that's been kind of the ups and downs of figuring out a schedule around a good streaming consistency. But we'll be back at it here as she gets older. Definitely made us rethink on having another baby. That's the tough part. So for now, we're just chilling, and with 2, we'll go see how it goes after she gets a little bit older. But we're back here, ready to stream. I'm gonna at least stream it, once or twice a week. I'm gonna try to do more than that. Coming soon, we'll have a way better schedule. I know I showed you guys the schedule that we had with doing like a crypto stream and morning streams here for trading, but we are live in the mornings, guys. If you tuned in on the spaces this morning, I posted a lot of really awesome trade setups that we saw with the gap divergence, especially on gold. Gold today had a massive 2-to-1 trade with gap divergence. We can go over that. But also, we're posting specific setups we see. But that whole group there, if you've been in their earlier streams, really good traders, man. They're fun to trade with. And you can learn a lot, actually, in those morning spaces, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to be doing it 3 times a week here soon, so prepare for potential Wednesday mornings as well, joining up on those spaces. Guys, huge thing. If you're not following us already on X, please do right now. At 50K, we're going to do a pretty sick giveaway, so get ready for that. We'll be posting about it today or tomorrow. We'll keep you guys updated. At 50K, pretty insane giveaway, so get ready. But news front today. What happened? Arrest Alabama man in January. SEC. Oh, that was the hack. Interesting. We got him. Solana 4-hour here. As you can see here, we're kind of breaking back down to go retest those highs, and we'll go over that here in a minute. We got Netflix earnings after hours today, which could be pretty interesting. Google today, I guess, lost that search and ads chief exec, which was crazy because that's 50% of their revenue. So we'll see see how Google does. Google's an interesting. It's not going anywhere, I can tell you that, but very interesting thing to note there about Google. I was going to see anything else here on the crypto front from today, besides all the Robinhood event yesterday. Was quite interesting, bringing futures to Robinhood. About time. But yeah, doesn't really seem like much going on other than this overall potential election cycle title of this stream. We talked about election cycle before. The last time we had our last election in 2020, we ran 170%, over 400% into the new year. So massive mover. So we'll potentially see something similar very soon. But let's go ahead and just dive right in, guys. It's time to just dive right into the charts. Get the laser off. Market's illuminated for days, and we'll get into these charts here, starting with Bitcoin. Y'all know the drill. But hopefully you guys have all been well and have had some luck in some trading. If you haven't already, please feel free to join the Discord. It's absolutely free. Just link is in the description of this live stream. Just click that link, join up the Discord, and come hang out with our fellow traders in there. And they're sharing strategies they make with our indicators. And I've been sharing a lot on what we've been identifying here for potential setups as well. Turn that down. For this gap divergence we've been discussing, which has been honestly killing it. Like the gold gap divergence today was on the 15-minute. Took a awesome little trade on this. Here's your gap on gold today. This is GC, by the way. I guess I could do. It's gonna look the same. GC is what I trade when I trade gold. I don't trade actual forex. I just trade the gold future. But here's your gap. You're inside that reversal zone, right? Here's the gap here on the oscillator. See the gap. And then that actually signaled here on this dot. We take the trade on the dot there. The short was here for this candle. Risk at the highs, 0.13% risk, 2-to-1 move right there. It was 2.25 there, $9 move to the downside. Massive trade if you're a day trader. 15-minute is key on these things. 15-minute is key. Again, here. We had a small setup on oil today as well. I did not take this. I was done for the day after that gold trade. It had, this is not ideal gap divergence, but it is good divergence. It has currently run 50 full cents on crude oil, which is $500 a contract, which is pretty nuts. $50 a micro. But as you can see here, yet again, another gap. Lovely trend break there, bouncing off a reversal zone. Again, like I said, it's not ideal when it's kind of still sitting above a reversal zone. We like to see if it's actually opening and closing inside a reversal zone. Crude oil, massive mover as well. That is the don't sell gold. Well, I shorted gold today and had a great time with it. So I will sell gold if I want to, buddy. I'm just kidding. But it's for real though. I will sell gold if I want to. Here, let me show you. I'll show you our trade today on gold. The gold trade. Let's see. I can pull it up. We tried it originally, got stopped for small profit, then re-shorted. So let me pull it and put this here. So here was the gap divergence on gold. Like I said already. There was the gap divergence to VWAP. From there to there. Again, just money short, by the way. Short there to there, right to VWAP. I mean, we pretty much got the exact low. The low there was 99.5, so 50 cents difference there. Got to close that. Whatever. Nice little move. Nice little move on gold there. Nice spread out amongst the express funded accounts on Top Step. But yeah, nice little move there with the gap divergence. No problem. Yo, Roberto, dude. Welcome to the Hodl gang, bro. Appreciate you joining up, buddy. Thanks for joining. We're going to have a lot more coming to the stream, guys. Again, once my baby's a little bit older, it's a little bit easier for me. So once she's a little bit older, it's going to be easier to start doing the the daily streams again. And we'll bring back giveaways. I don't think we can give away cash anymore. We don't want to go against community guidelines unless it's, I think there is a way we can do it. We can do it with like gift cards or something. We'll figure something out on those giveaways, bring back Pepe and do all the classic stream stuff once everything's kind of back to normal. But for now, I appreciate you guys joining up, and we will get into that a bit later as well. Let's get to Bitcoin. Have you joined the Discord and reached out to our support via there, or just actually reached out to support on the actual website? I promise you, we literally we're known for one of the best support systems. So I promise you they're working on it. If they've said they're working on it, just bear with them, if anything. All right, let's talk about some crypto here, though. Bitcoin, like we said, Bitcoin has officially made its nice higher low and made its rally into the top of this volume node. Now, if you don't recall, my friends, the last stream we were on was right here, which was crazy because if we go over the last stream, you know what? Can I go? Let's go to the last stream. Is that possible? This is me. Hey, Jacob, how you doing? What's up, man? Not the NQ. Was it the NQs? I think it was this one. The last crypto stream we did last week. You can see here on the, I think it was at the end. Yeah, here. Let's see if I can find it. There you go. So we talked about this candle setup here. So the, still didn't get a haircut, by the way. So the, hold on. Much better. All right. So like we said, we talked about potentially that candle, but if it did close down, all right, if it did close down, we are looking for a candle like this. Okay, well, guess what happened? Right at this zone here, right? This is that high volume node that we talked about. There's that high volume node that ended up wicking. That day, we already showed that major upper wick before the stream was over. We closed like this. We closed in that exact candle that we were saying we might get to the next day. So it ended up closing like this. I mean, come on. When we close like that, the idea of us going right back to 60,600 was pretty much in the bag. Tapped it, and then we rallied right back, and we just completely smoked those highs. Beautiful. So it pretty much played out exactly how we wanted, and then guess what? Bounced directly off. What? The 50% retracement. But what else happened? What else happened, right? You take that 50% retracement. You also have this high volume area right here. It's in the middle of the reversal zone. We just came out of another extended divergence on the oscillator matrix. Everything was screaming bull run, especially if it held within this high volume node here. This is the zone. This is the consolidation. Can you send your template trading me? Yes. So I guess I could. One second. I did add it to. So guys, by the way, for those of you that want to know more about the gap divergence, if you go to user strategies, Here, hit oscillator matrix. It's right here. Jacob posted 7 days ago. Oscillator matrix gap divergence with reversal bands. It's there. I know that I posted the. I can just share it now. Actually, I did post it before, so I'm gonna just go ahead and here. Share, copy link. Here you go. If you want this, here's the issue, though. If you don't have, there you go, Roberto. If you don't have, you have to have, for one, TradingView Premium, and two, you do have to have LuxAlgo Premium in order for that chart to work there. Okay. So, because you have to, for me, I have 8 indicators on the chart. Now, you know, somebody's going to sit here and go, oh my gosh, you have 8 indicators? That's ridiculous. What are you doing with 8 indicators? So look how 1, 2, 3, 3 of them are turned off. 4 of them are turned off. I have volume up there. Now, why do I have these turned off? Is because these are, for one, the chart time frame order blocks. This one's the 15-minute order blocks. This one's the 1-hour order blocks. Okay? Blue is the 4-hour order blocks. Why do I have all those order blocks? It's because I want to be able to identify certain levels within a bunch of different time frames at one time. So if I go to like the 15-minute, right? Okay. I know there's a massive 4-hour order block sitting up here. I don't have to change the time frame. I don't have to go look at 4-hour order blocks. Now, if I want to know where the current 15-minute order blocks are, I see in gold there. That's this one right here. That's where the 15-minute order blocks are. If I see the 1 hours, I see that there. So now what do I look for? I look for, oh, there's an overlap right here with a reversal zone. That means if price were to potentially trade into here, we see high volume there, and we get a bearish reaction there, it's probably going to sell off from that level. So I can target that based on the overlapping of those 3 features. Now, again, high volume node as well. That area there, 100%. When Bitcoin gets back to 67,800, it will probably reject. Unless it completely flushes through the high, that'd be very unlikely, honestly. It's going to have some problems there. But that's okay. If it has problems there, it can kind of, settle off and then continue. Now, for Bitcoin here, the nice part is we have made that rally, made the higher low here, and it's already kind of extending a bit more, but it's coming down a bit. So if this is the case, I would like to see if Bitcoin can peel over a bit and hold this trend on the oscillator like this. That can happen. We see here we got a nice little double bottom there. We pull a fib from here. Where's 50%? 50%, guess what? Sitting right at the high volume node and sitting at this previous high. That being said, it's perfect. This is a perfect move that it's had already to then come back and retest for a potential trend continuation. When you have that 50% retracement line up with previous highs like we talked about before, or even line up with this high volume node there, you got a pretty much dialed in potential trend. Now, there is what else? If I were to turn on my other price action concepts right here, what do we see? I can turn off everything else. Pop, pop, pop. There you go. Boom. We have a very lovely daily imbalance sitting right there. Why wouldn't price want to just pull here? That's fine. Pull there, buddy. You can pull right to there. That's fine. Make a trend to accumulate enough liquidity to eventually rip us through that 70 flipping 2,000 level. I'm done. Break through 72,000 the next time you touch it, please. I don't see why this thing wouldn't freaking crush these highs if we go to touch 72 again. Right? So go ahead, get those shorts out of the way, get them out of the way, let them short it back down to 64. All the bulls step back into 64, and let's rally this thing right through 72 and set a new all-time high. That'd be ideal. Now, that being said, though, if I were to pull up breaker blocks and see if there's a breaker sitting here. Breaker? No breaker. Breaker? No breaker. No breaker. Okay. So at this level right here, there's a potential we could see a bounce, just a previous high. Nothing too crazy. 65,800. I don't know. It's just going to depend to see, is it exhausted enough to get back down there? Like I said, though, if this thing were to play out trend on the oscillator, we need a nice little turning point here, which is good. Give me a little dot. Then we need a nice little bounce off of the 50 level there, right off this trend. So that pretty much entails that this exact move right here could be perfect. Right? Down to 64. Make a nice little bounce. Give us one last long before you absolutely rip us through the highs before the end of the year. That would be ideal. What did they say? I don't even know what I said. Brad, I was going nuts there for a second. So that would be overall the ideal move if it can happen. We'll see. If that happens exactly, then I told you so. Now, In this current state, right? Let me bring these back up. In this current state right now on the daily, we're looking really clean, right? Money flipper, how did you? Oh man, so nice. Okay, so again, I mean, what do you see? If this thing rallies up here, rejects that exact high, I mean, come on. It can't go wrong. Now, why isn't there an order block sitting here? Well, guess what? If I go in here and I actually turn on hide overlap here, you'll probably see one pop up. No? That was. I guess there wasn't one there. Sometimes, guys, if you think there's a level there, hide overlap might be the reason why it's not there. But okay, there's not an order block there. That's fine. Again, we still have a decent amount of liquidity there regardless. That we haven't ran through. So that's the top of the top of the value range here, as you can see here on the money flip profile. Again, if this thing today engulfs this candle, which it already is, you get a closure under 67K, I don't care. Let's go test 64. You got an imbalance there with the high volume node, and then let's rally through the highs. Let's just do it. Now, the biggest reason why, you know, the title of this is, oh my Lord. The other thing is this weekly bull flag finally breaking. I love it. So yeah, this thing's ready to go. Now, again, we've talked about this on the monthly chart. The monthly here, again, after September, after the halving, we talked about that. October, guess what? First October, what did it do in October? October, last election was 30% move, right? What do we got on the monthly today in October already? What do you got? You got 5%. A little bit different up here because obviously it is a very, very high price of Bitcoin. And it's going to take a lot. You know, 30% is, you know, in this case would put us up to, you know, frickin' 100K, right? No, it puts us up to 80s. So, yeah, I mean, we're seeing, you know, it's a lot different now than what it's been before, right? So we do, though, have seen in the last election in halving, right, from the beginning of October through December, through January 1st, or right here, boom, 165%, right, 170%, like we said. But then through the highs here is 400%. I don't think we would get a full 400% move, but let's go to last October, last year. Last year we had a 30% move again. Going into November, made it 40% in total. Going into December, made it 58%. That seems more ideal. All right, that seems a lot more ideal. So 50% would put us up to 82 through the end of the year. Do it. Why not? Let's do it. Wait, hold on. That was not even right. 50% would put us up here. 100K. Like I said, 100K. I don't know why that. Oh, it's because of the sizing of that thing. So 100K would be overall that move, right? We want 100K by the end of the year. That was my plan this entire time. But yeah, so that's ideal. Can you show us how to use the scanner for day trading? Talking about our LuxAlgo scanner. Essentially, the best way to go about using the scanner for day trading would be this. Go to the 15-minute. Let's just say you're day trading, right? You're probably using 5-minute, 15-minute. I wouldn't really go lower than that unless you're looking at potential entries for a bigger move. Turn these off. The way I would use the scanner is this. We know, let's use price action screener. I'm assuming that's what you're asking. So a good way to use anything, but ours specifically, screener, is here. And I know right now that if I were to trade like the ES, right? The ES futures weight, right? Their weight is Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, right? So I would go in here. I would make one MSFT, Microsoft. I would make one Apple. I would make one Nvidia. And I would make one Tesla. And I would make one, let's see if I can, Amazon. That's a 6%er. Let's just do that. All right, I get all those Amazon, right? And so what I want to do now, if I'm going to day trade, I need to put all of these on, let's just say, let's do 5 minutes. Let's do 5-minute time frame on all of these. Right? Okay. So now, these are going to update in real time. 5-minute, all of these, right? Now what I want to do here is wait until we get an overall bullish rating. Wait until we get an overall on all of these flipping to like a bullish change of character, right? Something that's where the structure and everything's lining up on the same side on the 5-minute, right? It's going to update in real time. So when things shift, it'll update. Now, as you can see now, bullish, strong, bullish, 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 right? Now, if I go to the 5-minute here, what do we see? We're starting to see some bullish price action play out a bit there. So that's how I would do it, especially if you're trading like futures here, right? That's ideal. You want to see what's going to move the S&P. That's the best way to use it in that general sense. Now, if you're trading Bitcoin or something, you probably want to look at the main overall altcoins, right? You want to look at Solana. You want to look at I mean, honestly, at this point, Ethereum's altcoin, but you want to probably have Ethereum on there. You'd want to probably have like BNB on there, stuff like that. All the other high market caps on there on lower time frames to kind of help you guide where the overall market is moving. But again, it's one of those things where I would do that specific thing. Okay, all right. That's how I use the screener for if I was going to day trade, right? Now, look at this here. Since we're on the ES chart, right? The NQ. NQ here. What do we see? The overall high volume nodes dead center there. I mean, price is extended down here. We've bounced off the lows already. Bounced off the lows again here, right? If this candle closes as an engulfing off of this node again, I mean, come on, daddy. I mean, look at this.
Who's your daddy?
High volume. I mean, come on. Volume's everything, right? High volume node bounce today. Retest again. Bounce again. Sets new low. Bounces again. I mean, come on. This is called the money flow profile. Just search it up. Go to LuxAlgo.com/library. And then you go up here. You type in money flow profile. Bam. You click this right here. And then you go down here and say, get access on TradingView. And I'm going to go ahead and link that up right now for you. There you go, Larry. Just for you. Bam. Now, what else do we see? We see the NQ rejecting a 4-hour order block. I mean, come on, man. That was money. Right? Okay. But yeah, that's how I'd use that screen. Let's go to Solana. Let's go to my next favorite crypto, besides Bitcoin, Solana. Now, we all know Solana makes really aggressive price swings, right? And that's okay. We like that volatility. We want that volatility. We encourage that volatility because nobody wants to sit around twiddling their thumbs waiting for a crypto to move, right? This is crypto. Crypto is a free world. It's its own free world. You can do anything you want in the crypto world, right? We want to see that volatility. So we had a very nice big daily move. And then a three-day pullback now, okay? It took it 3 days to pull back that entire daily move. Okay, come on, I'm bullish. All right? 3 whole days to pull back that entire move? Come on, I'm bullish. Now, again, 50% retracement, 147.50. Again, we talked about how even the mid-140s there, it was ideal. That's where all the volume is. That's where price wants to be. Let it be. Don't be buying up here, Dennis, wherever you're at. Don't be buying up here. All right? Be buying bottom of the node, middle of the node, selling at the tops of the nodes, okay? Right? That's the high volume. That's the volume flow profile. One of the best. Now, again, you could also, say, hey, okay, well, there's a lot of bullish action down here. Yeah, of course, because it's around the 137, like we talked about. This was a nice weekly level. Plot it up with your weekly levels as well. Really good. 50% retracement though. This is a nice little retrace on this. I'm not a huge fan that it rejected the previous high there. But again, if it's going to consolidate here above 37, I'm good. 137. As long as it's above that, I'm happy on Solana here. We have that nice divergence there. Again, this is another one that could potentially do something like this. That being said, for this to make another move lower, it would probably either a few things have to happen for this to do that. Okay, a few things have to happen on Solana for that to do it, to do, kind of come down to the 50 and then bounce back. Either we need to have another candle like this, which could totally happen, or we have a few days of just consolidation right around that area. I'm cool with a few days of consolidation in this area. Low volume days, similar to what we've had before with this bigger run, something like that, and then make that push. That would be ideal on Solana. We'll see if that happens. Okay, we will see if that happens. Now that's Solana for you guys. Again, though, let's go to the weekly. Weekly, it would be really nice not to set this upper wick. I would really like to close somewhere up around 158. The nice part is it did set a small lower wick, so there is still a high probability of us coming back up here. I think it's about 50-50 right now, as long as it can bounce today or tomorrow. Yeah, Larry, go check it out, man. I'm glad I was able to inform you on that. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of indicators on there. You can filter them out, and again, there's over 200 free indicators on there, guys. Again, a lot of people are like, why would you sell an indicator if you're just gonna make a bunch? You can make a bunch of money with it. You know, why are you making a bunch of money if you're selling indicators? Again, these developers, man, they put in so much work to create the best indicators for you to develop and find your profitable trading strategy. Again, if anybody could create an overall system, nobody's gonna sell it, right? But you're paying them for the time that they put into coding these things to help you figure out your strategy. We're not here to give you a strategy. We want you to be able to find something that fits your type of trading. Everybody would love to have a profitable bot or whatever you want to call it. But if you go to any automated system, tweaking is involved in that automated system. You have to create something that can adapt to market sentiment, adapt to overall market volatility. And that's when it gets really complex, quant, data, whatever. I'm going to just throw names out there. But when it comes to day trading specifically, when it comes to swing trading specifically, there's certain systems that work, right? And we are giving you those tools to follow those systems, okay? The coders that are putting in the work behind this, right, they cost money. Okay, so the subscriptions go to them to make these indicators that much better. Okay, simple as that. Simple business math there. Right. So again, and then we teach you how to use them to be profitable. Right. That's just how it is. I don't know why that's on there. Would it be nice? Devs aren't traders. That's right, man. Devs are not traders. That's 100% right. They have this. You know, some of them are, obviously. Some of them do like to trade, but a lot of them, they just have this love for, developing. And that's all they want to do. And more power to them. Trading is great, but it can suck. Trading can suck a lot. Today I had a perfect take profit on gold, and it literally missed me by one tick. I wanted to throw my laptop across the screen, or across the room. I wanted to be done trading for the day. That's how frustrated I was. My daughter was like, what happened? Because I was sitting there like this, like, come on. Oh, it was brutal. I could need to even, I don't know if I could show it. No, I don't have a screenshot of it. Nobody wants it. We're just trying to make it easier on you guys to be better traders, right? That's pretty much it. You got to find that system. Okay. Heat map like bookmap. Yeah. So again, TradingView doesn't allow that specifically. Right, and that's just not something that you can get that kind of data, right? So as of now, though, we do have a cool thing called the DOM, the depth of market, right? You guys know what that is if you trade futures or really anything, right? It gives you a DOM. This actually gives you live volume orders, right? These are all filled though. So if you were to take off, we'll just take off key levels. We'll just take all these off and just do. All of these up. Just leave time and sales. Y'all have seen me pull this up before. This thing is sick. The dev that made this is incredible, dude. I'm gonna just turn off all of these. So you can see here on Solana, right? Right. We can see the price scale, right? But the best part is you can get the time and sales here. You can see what is actually for this thing to move right now. You can get that data, right? You can see somebody just bought 2 there at 149.84. That filled. Right? The only thing you can't see is pending orders, which can be really helpful when you're trying to read an actual price scale. But again, this is giving you an idea. Okay, holy crap, one person just bought 39 at 49.84. Like, that's awesome. Somebody just sold 66 at 149.83. This is free as well, by the way. So again, another tool to help you figure out how to be a profitable trader. Now, once you figure it out, like I said, I've shown you on here what I personally use to hit some pretty awesome trades. Like I said today, gold, we had that $10 move from just some bearish gap divergence. We waited for a proper setup. pretty cool. There's a lot of really awesome indicators on that website. Solana right now is bouncing. But that daily, like I said, watch to see if we can bounce off this, this node right here, 146.41. Also, I've been pushing our devs to freaking sell. We need to sell the money flow profile. This indicator, I don't know. This shouldn't be a free indicator. This indicator is so flipping good, it shouldn't be free. But again, this is another thing, one of those where it's like creating a bot off of the money flow profile is like, I can't even think of a way to even do that. I don't even know how you would do it. It's like the way I go about trading this is watching the way price moves to these zones, right? When it escapes these zones, you get a nice volatility. When then it tries to pull back to these zones. So you use them to identify key levels to go target, as well as key levels to potentially see consolidation, potentially see, like in this case right now, I'm looking for this to bounce. You go to like the 5 minute today on like the NQ, right? Or the 15, I think it was. Yeah, you can. That's what we were talking about earlier. It bounced directly there, and there, right? It's kind of illegal. What is? Like this indicator should be illegal. Will? What are you talking about? All right. Nice little bounce there, though, on the NQ already. Let's go over gold. So gold today, right? I said gap divergence. That's what I was watching today and saw. Nice little move there on the 15. 15-minute gap divergence played out very nicely to the VWAP for the 2-to-1. Again, for me, if you know on the Discord, I have posted the exact strategy and how I like to use gap divergence. I broke it down for you. I even give you a checklist at the bottom. Right here. Here's your checklist. DOM data is from TradingView. Whatever data is going through TradingView, that's what you get. That's the DOM data. Okay? Here's your checklist. Is there significant gap divergence between the 2 points, or gap between the 2 points on the oscillator matrix? Let's see. Gap. Gap to gap, right? Boom. There's a significant gap between those 2 points, right? Check. Check. Right? Next up. Has the oscillator made a significant move to both extended sides? Here, extended below to the 30s. That's pretty good, right? That's not going to be perfect every single time. The best extended side is below 20, but that's not always going to happen, right? We've had consolidation that's shown it extended once, twice, 3 times underneath the 50 level. So that's a check. All right. Is price inside the reversal zone, or has touched the reversal zone on the side where gap divergence has formed? Yep, it's inside the reversal zone right there. Okay. Those 3 check out. We take our trade here. All right. Take our trade right here. You got to you enter when you get that dot right there. Bop. That one there, that's confirmed on that. Because look, watch. Make sure, that's the other thing. If divergence signals early, there's no dot, wait for the dot. Make sure that dot's there. Dot, boom, printed. Guess what? We got an even better entry. Sorry. Got even better entry right there. Boom. We got our risk there. It was up at, let's see. So, shorted there. Risk was 0.13. Now, remember, now what I do is at 1-to-1 here. 1-to-1, I sell half. So the minute I get a 1-to-1 move right here, it would exit out of half of it. All right, so I'm just gonna 550 back. The next thing, now what I do is I take it down to 2-to-1, like this, right? And then I sell the last bit, right at 2-to-1. That's all I do. That's my favorite setup, and that's it. What's your prediction for MSTR? Let's go look. Let's go look at a MicroStrategy. Okay, so right now, MSTR. Let's bring up our order blocks here. Okay, so no 4 hours sitting down there. I guess that would be yeah. Let's do breaker. Let's do the breakers. Any breakers? Any breakers are watching? No. Okay, so as of now, what I'm seeing on MSTR, right? Very extended. Obviously, this is very correlated with the Bitcoin price, right? So we do have a little bit of divergence here, but notice it is not gap divergence. Look what happens when there's gap. Makes a way more significant move. Now, there's 2 levels of divergence here. What I confirm whenever you see something like this, where it makes little lower highs, little lower lows, that's usually a bull flag on the oscillator. When that happens, again, it could be setting up for its next big move. Now, obviously, we have potentially Bitcoin making a very aggressive move here soon. So you'll probably see price extend. I love the doji today. So tomorrow, actually, I would be looking for a potential upside move back to maybe 200. That's what I look for tomorrow. So that's, roughly what I would keep an eye on for MSTR there. Is there a video that shows you how to use the different indicator overlays for the signals and overlays? For example, NeoCloud, Trend Tracer, Trend Catcher. Yes, there should be one on the YouTube channel. If you go here and you go to, where was it? Here, right here. How to use LuxAlgo presets and filters. That's going to tell you, we have ones based on the signals. Right? This one here is our CEO going over potential setups. But we do have more videos coming out with all the premium indicators, so stay tuned for that. But I can answer any questions you do have right now if you do. Just go on there. There's ones for the signals. There's ones for the presets. And the preset one will explain in depth more on those features, by the way. So, like, this preset one here, get off my screen, Heartless. So this preset one here will actually talk about the different features there. But if you go back on the YouTube, you can see that there are other videos that explain them a little bit better. But we will have more. And then also make sure on the website what you can do is you can either go to the features and you can go to the toolkits and see. You can go to the documents here. And then you can click, signals and overlays, and then see like candle coloring, signal modes, overlays, indicator overlay, right? You can look at the smart trail and see how it's used, reversal zones, which is my favorite, and all these. NeoCloud's great for, you guys know I love the NeoCloud. This is really good for trend and what's it called? And swing trading. Now, if there's anything though specifically right now you want me to go over, let me know. By the way, crude oil, very tempting to long tonight. Oh, I'm glad I didn't do that. Very tempting to long. Trade box, that's right, man. How's Ajax doing? AVAX, you mean? I was about to say Ajax. What was Ajax? Ooh, man! It finally's back up, dude. This thing's been taking forever to get to those 30s again. Remember that weekly? That weekly moved to the 60s from a long time ago. What did it bounce off of here? It literally had a perfect little large wick downside off of what? This high volume node. And also huge bull sentiment there. Right off that area. Bop. If you would have bought this off 20, you're a genius. $20 buy was money there. Look at that divergence. Now this is a minor gap divergence, but still played out beautifully. Would have been here. This is a weekly divergence. Here you go. You can swing this ish. You got a 2-to-1 on that. It's a $31 drop. That's crazy though. I don't know who would do that. I can't do that. But Avalanche right now actually does look pretty solid. Any buys in the probably below 25? I'd probably say below 25. Below 25 would be money. Yeah, crude oil though, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this into this evening. This candle today really clean. 4 hour. It's got a gap. It's got a very large gap right here. All right, got a nice imbalance there to fill. I'll be watching that tonight. This turning point here is interesting. If this candle closes like this, if this candle gets up a little bit more, I don't think it will, but notice how also it is bouncing off its high volume node. If we were to pull this to 500, let's see if it's the same or not. No, it's not. Okay, so that does move up. But you can notice here it does have a lot of accumulated volume right at 71. It's almost the similar node. 115 million versus 93. Again, zone to zone. That's perfect. It's going to rally in between from 500 bars there. This is pretty clean. I mean, it hasn't even had a full closure on the 4 hour below any of these lows. 1 hour here. Ooh, 1 hour, 500 bars. All of it. 1 hour showing mega bounces to off its hour order block. Or the 4 hour. Team. This is money. Give me that 1 hour back. There you go. Boom. So this one. Yeah, that's so clean. Today, again, it had this 15-minute, like we said already, bounce off of that 1 hour order block and gap divergence for the most part. Wasn't super clean because it didn't fully close inside a reversal zone, but nice little play there so far. I do like this overnight. Finally, we'll see. The daily closed there very well. So we'll see how it does. Maybe, yeah, into that gap, dude. That'd be nuts. We have to see. We have to see. Oils ran a little bit different. You know, it's a lot different. Oil changes based on the war going on in the Middle East. So anything could happen. This thing could just dump. So that's the only issue. But I mean, honestly, with war going on, it's honestly mega bullish for oil, and mega bullish for gold. Obviously, gold's just been taking out highs like crazy. Let's go to gold. How did it close today? Oh my lord. Gold closed like a maniac. I see. Absolute maniac. Closed at a high. Insane. Let's go to gold. Crazy. Let me bring this back to 200. I like 200 default on me. Balance it off highs perfectly. No lower low there though, so bull flag's kind of out of the picture. This is a nice little wedge now. Nice little ascending. No, sorry, not ascending. Nice little wedge for sure. Trend seems to be holding higher low on the oscillator. Higher low right there on the oscillator hyperwave makes it pretty much dialed that this thing's probably going to continue. 2700 is not too far. Not too far. I'm 100% going to be watching crude though and gold tonight. Crude probably more than gold. Yeah, crude needs to get out of its range big time. Let's see, we got a little bit. But let's see. We got about 10 minutes left, guys. Damien won PRCL. Kraken. I did the tether, but yeah. What's happening with this thing? What is this? What am I looking at? What is this? What am I looking at? I don't even know. Oh. This thing's just dumping, man. Until it can get above like 20, 21 or something. Let's go to Bitcoin again. All right, Bitcoin. Those of you, if you're just now joining us, Bitcoin here, we've made a very significant run. So essentially what I would want to see here is, as you can see, if I were to pull high to low from the recent swing, our 50% retracement lines up beautifully with that high volume node, with that previous high that we broke out of. Also, if we look here, we also have a very clean fair value gap there as well. Everything's lining up for this thing to just pull price right there. I particularly think that we do something like this, hold the trend, and then we rally hard. I think it needs one more little quick reset before we rally hard, unless the bulls just take over and go bonkers on this thing. Rally hard here could be money. So that's what I'll be watching over the next few days. The weekly here, if you notice, on Bitcoin, holding up very nicely. It's breaking out of a finally a weekly bear flag, or sorry, bull flag. My bad. This thing's been in this forever. Monthly as well. So this thing is looking like it is prepared to run. Lovely close this week. If we can close over this, let me just go ahead and bam. Control. There you go. I'm gonna just say this on here. Text center. Close over this. Or let's just say close over this week. Yeah. Bam. So middle. Boom. I would want to close over that this week. So if we go to the daily here, it'd be nice, but again, we have what? 3 days, 4 hours. So, you know, we could have 2 days here, right? Maybe 1 day here. I don't know. It might not even go that far. And then a big push to close out the week. That is possible. It'd be nice to close over this week. I mean, yeah, that's a tough one now. Thinking about the amount of days we have left in the week. But the weekly, I mean, honestly, it'd be nice to close over that high. At worst case, we close in between this range, which is fine. It should be fine. Yeah, so give me like 2 days, 2 days of downside, 2 more days. This, maybe a little wiki there. Just a little wiki there. I gotta do the big box. All right, I'll do this. Yeah. Give me 2 days like this, and then on the third day, God sent Bitcoin through 70. Money. Pray to the good Lord that we get that push on Monday through the high 70s. It'd be nice, mid 70s. But that could happen. I do think that is very possible. So we'll keep an eye on that. If it closes like this today, though, if it closes where it's at, there is a potential we get just a push like this. So I'd either say we get two more down days and then a bounce, or we get tomorrow, if it closes where it's at, if it closes above 67K, and tomorrow we could get a nice engulfing and push. Sorry for asking. Why are you sorry for asking, man? That's why I want you here. Ask the questions, man. Your best guess on Bitcoin on December 31st this year? Again, I honestly think we run through all-time highs. I think we could hit 100K. Let's look. I've been saying it all year long. I think we could hit 100K end of the year. Let's look. Last December, right? Let's go month to month, right? End of the year, guys. This is just what happens. This is end of the year. Volatility is starting to kick up. So October, right? October to the end of the year, December, right? Right here, boom. 56% move. If I were to pull this up here for 56% move, right? That would put us at 105,000, right? Get that 56%. Now, let's see. Where are we at? That was last year, 23. Sorry, that wasn't last year. Yeah, it was. Never mind, that was last year. Sorry, I'm getting my things messed up. Let's see here. October, November, December here. So let's see. October here. The year before was pretty meh because it bottomed out because of the cycle. Let's see here. November opened here. Let's do October. October opened here. December closed here, right? Nice little 14% down move. Then all of January was 40%. That's crazy. The reason why this shouldn't repeat it, obviously something like this shouldn't happen, because that was the bottom of the current cycle, right? We're now in that bull side of the cycle. Here's your election, right? Election of 2020. All right, we had the halving this past year. And again, from October to December, right? This had a crazier move. It was 170%, like we said, roughly. Now, if that were to happen, that'd be crazy. I don't think that would happen. But it is I mean, anything's possible, right? Once this thing starts kicking up here, if a weekly closes or if a monthly closes over that high of 66,550, I mean, honestly, I don't see why 100K wouldn't be here by the end of December, to be honest. I don't think so. 100K is ambitious. I don't think it is. I don't think 100K is ambitious at all. 50% on Bitcoin is nothing. If you haven't witnessed the last halving, the reason why I say that is because the last halving, again, it ran 167% into the end of the year. After that, it ran another 250%, right? This was the last halving. Like, this is just what it does when the halvings happen, right? Now, it's a little bit different. There's different volumes, right? There's a lot more volume now. There's a lot more involved in Bitcoin, right? But again, if we go from October, right, into the, like, literally the end of March, that high there, it was what? 500%. That's why I'm not ambitious about 50%. I think 50% is money. I think that could be perfect. And then the year before, the halving before, I have that saved here. This is what's crazy. I think I do. Yeah, let's see if this is still there. Let me stay out there. I just need to copy this. Where is it? Open a new tab. Here you go. See, this guy's chart's still there. This is not the right one. I saved it. Hold on. I thought that was it. No, it must be here. Here it is. Okay, this is this guy. Okay, so halving 3, this was in 20, right? 2020. It was a year from that halving. May to May was 423%. December, right? December there, I mean, was nuts, right? Here's November. We had, this isn't the monthly. I always forget how you work on these. Either way, this mover. Hold on. Besides year, I mean, from May to May in 2020 was 423%. From let me think here. From October, here you go. Was before that all-time high breakout, which was nuts. October for some reason lines up right before the breakout, right? It's like, here's October. It broke out it broke out like the end of October, right? And then November, it's just straight bull run into the new year. December ends up around here. So if we go now, let's go to the end of 2020, or that was the end of 2020 for that 400% increase, right? We can go here. Here's the end of the halving before, right? This was November 2016, October 2016. All right, let's go back to that October 2016, which is here, right? I mean, this is just the halving cycle. It's just how it works. October, where are you at? 2016. There you go. This was nuts. Like, goodness gracious. Where are you? October here. Okay, here's your October 2016. October, right into December, into January 1st, right here. Boom, 60%. It's like, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. It's just crazy, dude. It's just honestly crazy. That's why I said I wouldn't be surprised. 50% is nothing. I do think it's very, very possible that happens, like very easily, especially if it closes where it's at. I think next month, I think in November, we 100% run highs. I think we get new all-time high in November. After that, it's just no man's land. After that, it's like we can literally get this candle. We can get the February candle again. We can get a 40% candle. That can happen. 40% candle from now would be, 96. I just don't see why. If we break this high, I don't see how we wouldn't probably make that move to 100K. Like, you will see 100K on your phone that says Bitcoin's 100K. You will see that. I'd be shocked. How's Bitcoin dominance? I mean, it's let's look at the monthly. Let's see, last halving, right? It was right here. We had Bitcoin dominance in the 60s, right? 60%. Right? Halving before that was 2016. I mean, that was when there was not enough crypto, but halving, 20 there. Yeah, 60%, whatever. You can see this thing is dominance. You see this thing is increasing. If you don't know what dominance is, all it is how, overall market cap in the entire crypto is majority Bitcoin, and then you see how much it's been increasing. A lot of buying happening on Bitcoin. A lot of volume. Again, though, you have to understand, it's like the dollar loses value, right? Like, you can't even think of Bitcoin as a value that it is. Like, even though it's just a single value, you can't think of it that way. It's like, you just think of the overall long-term percentage moves that it has to gain that value. It's similar to gold. It's like, no one gives a damn that gold is freaking, 2,700 an ounce or whatever. It's ounces, right? Gold's measured in ounces. Gold, I think, right? Yeah. So, like, nobody really, like, that's just how much it costs per ounce. You can buy less than an ounce, right? Now we're just talking drug terms. You can buy less than an ounce. Nobody cares. They just care that the value goes up, right? So we're Bitcoin. No one, like, sure, you could own a whole Bitcoin at 67K, but you're the best part about it being that value is that you're working towards owning a full Bitcoin at whatever value it's at. So, like, you are wanting to actually eventually get to that point of owning a full Bitcoin, which is exciting because it's like, oh, I got a full Bitcoin. It's worth 67,000. I can just buy a little bit at a time, and eventually I could say I own a full Bitcoin. I mean, it's just all psychology. What's really dope, though, is I know that IBIT is, which is the Bitcoin Trust here, BlackRock's Bitcoin Trust ETF, is going to get is going to get options, which is really sick. So, like, I'm hoping it's soon. I don't know. Hold on, let's see. What is it? See, I don't know. Haven't looked. I'm hoping that I'm hoping it's soon because I like that'll be the most fun thing you can buy leaps on this thing like before halvings, right? Buy short leaps for cycle moves, right? You can do that. It's literally giving us the opportunity to leverage without having to have a ridiculous amount of margin to just like take a futures contract on Bitcoin. Beto has options. I rather have that. I honestly would rather have options on. I guess it does. Yeah, nice. On IBIT. IBIT options would be great on that BlackRock one. The volume on it's gonna be really clean. There'll be a lot of people trading it. All right, guys. That's pretty much it for the crypto stream. I appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully you learned something. You got some questions. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on X at LuxAlgo. Again, we post things there daily, keep you updated with everything going on in the market. 100. We're almost there. Less than 100 away. we're gonna announce a awesome giveaway. So go follow us at LuxAlgo. Appreciate you if you haven't already. We have been doing spaces on there 3 times a week, so make sure you tune in to those in the mornings. We do we do trade with fellow other people on spaces, which is awesome. Trade futures, mostly talk to them about it, futures and options. I personally day trade futures and options. I hold crypto. I don't like day trading crypto. For one, I'm also in the US, so I can't leverage crypto unless it's futures. And to even buy a futures contract for Bitcoin, it's a ridiculous amount of money to even leverage. So yeah, that's why I'm hoping for options. But again, I also post my analysis on my X account at Indicators Work. Again, if you don't think indicators work, you're probably using them wrong. That's my biggest thing, man. You just got to know how to use them. So follow me on there. I do post my morning analysis. And again, I have pinned at the top how I utilize gap divergence. I break it down in a thread there. And then I post my morning analysis here. Like I really wanted that NQ short today, but I didn't get it. But we did have a nice bullish divergence play out, which is super clean. But I do post how I look at my charts there and sometimes memes. That was it. This is what happened to me yesterday. That was real close. But again, I talk about what I look for in potential setups. But if you haven't already, go check out my X account at Indicators Work. Would very much appreciate a follow, and I'll give you my analysis on there. Feel free to. I'm going to start doing Bitcoin analysis here again soon. I was waiting for it to actually make a move. Every once in a while, I'll stop doing Bitcoin because if it's not doing anything, I'm not going to look at it. But overall, I'm pretty much just show futures charts on there. Trade on Top Step right now. So I'll see you guys on the interwebs on X. But appreciate you. We'll be back on hopefully Monday. I'm hoping we can do another crypto stream on Monday, and then we can, especially if we get a nice move through like the 70s or like anywhere above high 60s there, get really close to 70, that'd be awesome. You missed the 1 second trading days? Yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll bring that back here soon. I promise. We'll have some fun with that. Okay. Watch crude oil tonight. See if we can make that rally to 72. That'd be awesome. But besides that, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you guys on Monday, same time, right here, baby. And stay safe out there. Watch Bitcoin potential pullback, right? Potential pullback and then bounce and rally. That's what I'm going to be watching. On gold, though. Gold, I wouldn't really worry about shorting, guys. You just need to long the dips, man. Just along the dips. Crude oil was the other thing that we're looking for, potential, bounces. This closure today is super clean, so we're gonna see how it does. Got a big gap to fill right here, so we're gonna see how crude oil does. All right, guys, I appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you on Monday. Hopefully, I get a haircut by then, so I can get rid of this mop on my head. All right, guys, thanks and peace. Let's go America. I got that American flag back there now. Hold on. Let's get some quick blue smoke in here. There you go. USA. USA. Yo, Rumble. Yo, get out of here, Rumble. All right, peace. See you guys.